Yeah, it was a little bit of a slow start to the game. Certainly offensively. I mean, I know we went down and scored right away, but we didn't. We really weren't. Didn't get great momentum going. And give Teal credit. I mean, their game plan in the first half was to control the football. And that's what I shouldn't say that. I don't know their game plan, what they was, but as we look at Teal, they were a ball control, hold on to the football, keep the opponent's offense off the field, and they did that fairly successfully. And they still didn't score a whole bunch of points in that first half, but they were controlling the ball and had it in their hands. So we got off to a little bit of a slow start, but really, obviously came out in the second half and made some of our adjustments we needed to make and talked to our players and had a great half on offense and as well as on defense. Just kept doing what they were doing. I mean, really the defense, only really let up one touchdown. I mean, one was a cheap one at the end, and because of special teams on a return, and then they got an extra possession. They were trying to punt, and we ran into the kicker, so that gave them an extra possession in the first half. So, but overall, a great team win. I mean, all phases we did some nice things, and honestly, how I look at it from my perspective is that we didn't do some good things either, which is not encouraging, but in the same point, encouraging, because we know there's a lot of room for improvement, and we can keep continuing to get better as the year goes on. So once you can start to force some turnovers on special teams or get turnovers on special teams, it just changes the whole momentum of the game. And again, we capitalized on that with we got the ball in our own territory. In their territory, and we're able to go down and score fairly quickly. So. It just turned. As soon as, we came out in the second half on offense, we got the ball, and we started out very, very slow. Had a mental mistake that backed us up in a second and long situation, and we weren't able to recover. But, the defense came out, put a stop together, and then we did get a turnover on special teams. And from there, really, the game kind of shifted in our favor. We really started to pressure them with our offense and turn things around. So it was just, anytime you can create turnovers or get turnovers, it just changes the whole momentum of the game. And as long as we capitalize from an offensive standpoint, when we able to have those opportunities. The philosophy hasn't changed, for sure. We always didn't want to turn the ball over. So that hasn't really changed. Honestly, I think it's, from a special team standpoint, I think, again, a little bit more experience. Obviously, we with the coaching change last year, we did change kind of what we did on special teams. So I think, it's just another year of, everyone getting used, more familiar with what we're doing. And from a coaching standpoint, coaching it better as well. And then from a standpoint of, not turning the ball over, it's something we emphasize as big as anything in the program. And, we've been doing, so far, knock on wood, we've been doing a really nice job with it. So our new young quarterback has been protecting the football very, very well, as well as everyone else, who touches the football. So, it's just something we emphasize a lot about. We talk about it all the time as a team, disrupting the ball and protecting the ball. So, we just done a really nice job in the last. Well, certainly the front seven is as good as we've had in my tenure here. And they just play with a great motor. Honestly, is what they're doing. I mean, I don't know if we're changing that much what we do, but what helps the front seven is the back four, and being able to have the freedom to man cover people and do those types of things, and create different situations from a coverage standpoint to free up some people and the pressure packages that we put together in those situations. So, and then it's just those guys being good players. Honestly, I mean, they are a good group. The four front guys up on the D line. And really, there's more than four. I mean, we got 5 or 6 guys who play in a rotation all over in that whole D-line. Are just good players and have another year of experience. And Nadeem is coming into his own right now. We've moved him around a little bit from DT to defensive end in the last couple of years, and really put him at the defensive end position and said, okay, this is where you're going to play. And he's starting to get comfortable, or more comfortable every game he steps on the field. So it's exciting to see that. And again, anytime you can pressure the quarterback the way we're doing and get on the other side of the line of scrimmage and make tackles, it's just going to be huge for our defense. So it's a really it's a very similar situation to where we were last week. We already been talking about it. It's a game that that we felt we let get away from ourselves. Obviously, we didn't perform very well on offense. Defense had a great game, and we didn't do the little things in special teams. We did hit 2 field goals, but again, from an offensive standpoint, we didn't score a touchdown. And in college football, you can't win games doing that. So, I mean, it's something we're talking about, and the focus needs to be better as we approach this game and keep continuing to practice hard. And again, we just need to do the things that we do. We need to protect the football, take it away when the opportunity arises, and focus and play with great effort. And, we should be okay in this game on Saturday and get it to the fourth quarter like we talk about with every game. And, we feel pretty good when we get in the fourth quarter and giving ourselves. Really, it's just to be focused and hold on to the football, like it is every single week. I mean, there's nothing that we're doing that is going to change that. Certainly we need a better focus level. We obviously didn't do a great job of that last year against Westminster with regards to, again, like I just said, not being able to score a touchdown is something that really hasn't happened here in a long time. So we're talking about it a lot. And last year it was just, a couple drop balls, a couple miscues, not running the right routes when we're supposed to, and things like that. And it really sank us into a hole, and we never got out of it. So we're talking about that. Brian has done a very nice job of the last 2 games. Certainly the first game, was the evaluation was going to be different, obviously, because of the competition we were playing, obviously, playing number 3 team in the country. But he still did a nice job with that game, and he continued to do a nice job on this past Saturday. And still, I mean, a lot of room for improvement with regards to just the mental aspect of the game, and doing the things that a college quarterback needs to do. But when all else fails, he can get out of the pocket and he can run, and it saves him, and it saves our offense a lot of the time. So, he's just done a really nice job managing the football games right now. I mean, just on Saturday, we talk about clock management and everything like that. We were in a 4-minute situation, and he scrambled out of the pocket, ran for a first down, and slid and stayed in bounds to keep the clock running instead of the clock stopping after once the chain set and everything. So, those are things that, instinctively he's doing and leading us on the field. So it's a really, really, really nice thing to have, just in his second game, being able to do that. We coach it, we talk about it, but to go out there and do it just in your second college start is impressive. But he's a very good player, and we think he's a good player, and obviously the upside is tremendous. He just needs to get better throwing the ball. There's no question about that. That's the part of the game there. He has to just get better at it, and as he continues to progress and we keep playing more games and practice, he's just going to get better at it.